Hello and welcome. So today what are we going to do is we are going to learn about installing this client machine. So basically what we already did is we have installed a domain controller. Today we will install a client machine. So this will be our Windows 10, and then once we have this Windows 10 installed, we will join it to the domain, and this belongs to Knowledge Train San Francisco finance department, so we will actually install it for that purpose. So let's get started and first see how can we actually download Windows 10, because most of you may not have Windows 10 already. So that's why let's just see how can we download Windows 10. In order to download Windows 10, you can basically go to google.com, and then once you are in google.com, you can simply go and type download Windows 10 ISO. So Windows 10 ISO, and once you do that, this is Microsoft website, so you will always download from Microsoft website. Once you're there, click on this create Windows 10 installation media, download tool now. So once you click there, what it will do is it will download a tool, and we will use this tool to actually download Windows 10. So we will use this tool to what? To do what? To download Windows 10. So that's how you basically download with Windows 10 these days. It's opening. Let's give it a few seconds. Once it is downloaded, when you open it, you see this. So you click accept here, and then what it will do is it will basically go and try to get these settings and all the details to download Windows 10 for us. So in here you see it says upgrade this PC now, create installation media. We don't want to upgrade this PC, we want to download Windows 10, so we will say create installation media and press on next. Once you press on next, it is asking you what language do you want to use. English edition is Windows 10 and it is 64-bit. So if you want to change it, you can uncheck. If you want 32-bit or both, you can select this. Most of you may have a computer that does not support 64-bit architecture, so you can choose this. So if I choose that, I can simply say next. Now it is telling me, do you want to use USB flash drive or you want to download ISO? If you have a flash drive and you want to make it bootable, you can simply choose this one, and then you can use that flash drive to install Windows 10. So in this case we will use ISO file, and then what it will do is it will basically ask us where do you want to download the ISO. I will name it Windows 10. So just a naming, it's up to you. So click on save, and then now it will start downloading, and once the download is complete, we will do the installation. So while that is downloading, let's go to Oracle Virtualbox. We right now have Server 2012. Now we want to create another virtual machine for Windows 10. So we will say new, and in here I will say San Francisco Windows 10 client machine. It's just a name, it's up to you, whatever you want to name it. Okay, so now in here you choose where do you want to save it. I want to save it on this folder. If you don't want to save it in your C drive, you can save it in a different drive. Like if you don't have a space in your C drive, you can choose another drive and save it there. Okay, we want to install Microsoft Windows. What Windows operating system do you want to install? Windows 10 64-bit. I want to install Windows 10 64-bit. You can choose 32-bit if you want to. depending on your computer. Click on next. So in here again we will choose memory size. Memory size in this case, depending on how much memory you have in your computer. My computer have more memory, so what I will do is I will choose 2 GB, or I will say 1048. 1048, it's 1 GB. 1 GB is good for Windows 10 for testing purpose. Now, do you want to create a new hard disk? Yes, because it's a new hard disk for my Windows 10, and this is virtual disk image, Virtualbox disk image. Dynamically allocated is good because it will save you space. Now, this is 50 GB. I will say 30. If you have more space in your computer, you can leave it 50. It's up to you. But this is the size of the hard disk. Create. Done. That is done. Okay, it's still downloading, so it will take some time. But our Windows 10 is ready. Our Windows 10 virtual machine settings are ready. Once this is done, we will go back here and start our installation. Alright, so it is now done, completed. We will click on finish, and once we are done there. Now I will go back into my machine and I will click on settings. I will click on storage. Let's remove this one first because it's empty. When you click here on controller SATA, you have this CD sign. You see, this is like a disk sign. Click on it and then click on add. And once you click on add, in here, where did we download our Windows 10? Here's the Windows 10. Windows 10. Once you choose, so I will select and choose. Cool. So this is Windows 10 and I'll make it live CD. Press OK. I will click on start. Once I click on start, what it will do is it will turn on the machine, and we will see if the installation will actually do what? Start. Here you go. Why I am seeing 6432? Because if you remember, we downloaded the ISO for both. Press enter. Now the installation will begin. Alright, so this is the installation now. We choose the language and click on install now. The installation of Windows 10 is similar as server and other Windows operating system. Right now I don't have the key, so I will say I don't have a product key. Okay, what are we installing? Windows Home? No. Windows Education? No. Windows Pro. We want to install Windows Pro. So this is the edition, Windows 10 Professional Edition. Press on next. I accept. Press next. And then in here we will not choose upgrade because we are doing a new install. This is a new installation. That's why we will say custom. And then if you remember, this is the hard drive I chose, 30 GB only. Press next. This will do what? This will start the installation. Alright, so now it is restarting, and after the restart the setup should complete. Alright, so the installation is done. Now this is the initial setup for Windows 10. The keyboard layout is US. We will skip the keyboard layout and other settings since we don't need it. We just need to do the installation. So this, after the initial setup is complete, we will then do the next steps. Alright, so now it is asking us for what purpose do you want to use this computer. If you are going to use it for an organization, you can choose this. If you are going to use it for personal, meaning that offline access, you can click on setup for personal use. Once you click next, it will basically do what? It will take us to the account settings. It is asking me use your Microsoft account. You see, it is saying Microsoft account. I don't want to use Microsoft account. I want to use offline account because I'm not going to use any Microsoft account because our purpose here is to use offline account. So I will choose offline account, and then I will create the local user on this computer. I will click on limited experience because this is a machine that we are testing and we do not want any performance issues. Okay, so name. Who is going to use this PC? We will call it user 1 for now, and click next. Password for user 1. You can simply type the password and confirm the password. And this is a new way in Windows 10. So you have to simply type answers to different questions. So you can see what was your first pet's name. I will type pet here. Next, and then what is the city where you were born. I will say city here. Next, and simply in here, oldest. Who was your oldest cousin? I will say it oldest, just because I don't want to use any other naming in here. Alright, so choose privacy settings. I will say accept here. This is like different privacy settings that we have. Press yes there. I will leave it as default. And once that is done, do you want to use Cortana? Cortana is like Siri. Siri on your iPhone. Cortana is from Windows. It is like Siri. So I will say not now. I don't want to use Cortana. Next, that's it, and it should basically take a few minutes and log in. Alright, that was okay. Didn't take much time as we expected. You can see that right now it is installed, right? So in here, let's first go to our domain controller because I want to show you something. So if I log into my domain controller, in here, the very first thing that we will do is we will click on start and type CMD. CMD is for command. CMD, press enter. If I do ipconfig here, this is the IP address of my domain controller, 10.10.10.10. What I will do is I will come in here, I will go into open internet, network and internet settings. I want to assign an IP address to Windows 10. So what are we doing? We are assigning an IP address. Change adapter options, right click, go into properties, and then Internet Protocol version 4, and in here I will say 10.10.10.11. correct? 10.10.10 is my domain controller. This is what? This is how about subnet mask 255.255.255. Okay, so we will make sure that our subnet mask and network range is same. When it comes to DNS, you will put what? 10.10.10.10 and press OK. Press OK. That's it. Now if I come in here and type CMD in my Windows 10, say ipconfig, my IP is 10.10.10.11. Good. This is good. Ping 10.10.10.10. Okay, this is the first thing that you do. You first try to check the connectivity. you first try to check the connectivity with the domain controller. You can see that right now what is happening. My um, my computer is not able to do what? Not able to ping 10 10 10 10, but is able to ping itself. If I come here, try to ping 10.10.10.11 from domain controller to Windows 10, not working, not working. Okay. What do you think the problem is? Let's see something. If I go into machine and settings of my virtual machine, click on network, you see in here it says NAT. NAT. Make it what? Host only. Make it host only. Press OK. Same thing here. Machine, setting, network, host only adapter. Press OK. Good. Let's wait. So that is setting number 1. Okay, that is setting number 1. We make it host only. We change the settings to host only. Here we go. It's pinging. You see, I can ping the domain controller now. 10 10 10 10. I can ping it. Working. That's awesome. Now we go to right click on the computer, go to properties, and wait, system, not here. I'm just trying to join it to the domain. Advanced system settings is another way. So if you type advanced, you see view advanced system settings. View advanced system settings. In here, when you come into computer name, you have this option to click change, and you have this domain. Click there and type your domain name. What was my domain name? Let me show you. Let me show you my domain name. Yeah, that's what we chose, if you remember. Okay, it's not opening like this. I will go here, administrative tools, Active Directory, user and computer, and you see it's kt.local. So that's what I will use in here when I'm joining. Press OK. Now it's asking me, hey, you want to join? What is the username and password of your administrator? So the password, the username was administrator, and the password of your domain, whoever is authorized. Welcome to kt.local domain. Now you have to restart. After the joining, you always have to restart. Okay, when I come here, let me create a user. Knowledge train, HR, Omejan, we have one user. In here, I will create another user, call it site kawa, s.kawa at kt.local. User must change password at next logon. So Kawa is going to do what? Kawa is going to change the password at next logon. Press next and finish. Cool. Now in here we will choose what? Other user, and I will say s.kawa and the password. There you go. The user must change password before signing in. Press OK. There you go. Password changed. I created the user for Kawa in Active Directory domain and I logged into Windows 10. So if I come to computers now, you see this computer over here is joined to the domain. If I right click and go to properties, see it is what? This is the computer name. Operating system is Windows 10 Pro. This is the version. Now if I come here, you can see that Syed Kawa is logged in. See, Syed Kawa is logged in. If I come here to HR users, right click and say disable account. Now Kawa is what? Kawa is disabled. Sign out. Let's try again. You see, Kawa is now disabled. Okay, I logged in because it was cached. Okay, let me try to restart. Kawa was able to log in because his credential was cached. That's why. Let's try to restart and see if Kawa can actually log in or not. Because when you log in for the first time, your username, password, everything is cached in the system. That's why next time when you log in, you are able to log in. See, user account has been disabled. Please see your administrator because I disabled your account. If I say enable, now Kawa will be able to log in. Honest. Now Kawa is logged in. So that's how you join a PC to the domain. That's how you log in, and that's how you do like basic settings. So this was the initial setup of joining a computer to the domain, and this is your homework. You will do the same thing at home. Make sure you sign in, you disable user, and test it out. And in our next class, we will see more and more options that we can use in between them.